right, let's see what we have going on today. I don't know, like I've got a, I'm trying to decide about like what an intro and outro now should look like, because that's actually, if you've been a channel appreciator, when I was doing like way more of the structured intros and outros before things got a bit more chaotic, they were kind of long, but like the things that I was saying in them were fairly intentional and was reflective of a particular energy on the channel or things that were like going on collectively or in the world at the time. And right now, it's sort of like, there's something I could say, there's something that I could put in the intro and outro, but it's almost sort of like I want to wait until after the end of March to even do it, because a lot, when I was like looking at the energy and like I could put this for the intro and outro and make it fit with the energy. However, at least for like the first quarter, I think that some of that energy is way more personal to me, and like I don't want to make an intro and outro that is just centered on like personal energy. Do you know what I mean? We have maybe somebody coming over here to you, or you in fact are the one moving. And I'm so sorry, I have like, it's a migraine day. Like the weather's weathering. Again, we just went from, like we did for like the past couple of weeks, it's been like in the 70s. Sometimes we've broken into the 80s, and now we are, and then it went 50s, like 50s for like one day, like 60s, 50s one day, 60s, 70s for one day, which was like yesterday. And now we're going down to like 50s and 40s. And so I'm just like, it's just bad. It's really, really bad. And I thought, I was just like, oh, I'm making a big deal out of nothing. And it's just like, all I want to do is like sleep today. I cannot handle it. It's like my head is being crushed. I want to lay down. But so what we have here is either this is either a position of authority within a system. You either have that or somebody around you has it. This could also be a religious order, and this would be something like, this isn't like New Age or something that's more like, you know, loosey-goosey like that. This would be like a church, even if it's a more like contemporary church. So that can be something like Christianity, Judaism, Islam. It can even be sometimes like Buddhism will have structure on it. Like, yeah, they do, because they have like monks and everything else. But that could also be like a corporate order, or it can be an occult order, but just something like, there's a lot of like, when we have the Hierophant coming up for something like this, it's implying a strict structure for the most part. It's like you're going to be able to see it very clearly, and it's most definitely like, important people at the top, more power, less important people, less power on the bottom, listening to the people up top, whether you're doing that in a healthy way or in an unhealthy way. And so we have this Six of Cups here. Somebody, and that's also, whenever I get like the Six of Cups, like the person who is handing something over, it is a larger person, hierarchy of scale, a larger person handing something to a smaller person. So we have somebody from the above, and like, look, this could even be, until I see what cards are on the table, we could be talking about something that is completely spiritual or magical, right? A higher power coming from above to give to that or who is on the below. That's kind of like something that's going on in the background. It can all be going on simultaneously. But when I was looking at the cards initially, it seemed like an actual thing. It seemed like an actual person. And so we have that Three of Wands, somebody coming towards. And it feels like somebody coming towards. It doesn't feel like this is going to happen and then we're going to go somewhere. It feels like somebody is coming towards another person to do this. So you are going to be either the person who's moving here or the person who is the receiving. All right, So that's what's on the bottom of the deck. Let's see what's actually on the board. We have the Hanged Man. Like I said, this has not happened yet. The person has not moved. And we're still on these groups, baby. We are still on these groups, baby. Like, I don't know, like, the groups in 2025. So, what can I say about this? I'm going to show all the cards first. We have the Hangman, the Ten of Cups, and the Magician. And Dasa pissing yet again. She waits. She waits to just piss on all my reads. Thank you. Thank you. So, these two cards together, we can be talking about, because I guarantee you that the weirdo kind of magical groups that I'm talking about didn't just go away, okay? So, like, this can imply a magical group. What is striking me more about this particular series of cards is that, like, this is a group that has realized something about itself and wants to do a particular thing. This is somebody, that high-level person has realized something about the group, wants to do a particular thing. Or in fact, this group is on pause because of whatever they realize, because of whatever is going on, but they want to do something. The Magician is striking me more as getting something done, rather than, like, the strongest energy that I'm getting is that this is a magical group. But, like, you know, at least for now, it feels kind of more like the narratives have sort of merged. It's like we're talking about a whole bunch of groups in general. I am so nauseated. Like, I don't know, y'all. The Hanged Man, the Page of Cups on this Hanged Man. So that's realizing that they have to, that might be realizing that they have to apologize to somebody, the Page of Cups, because that Six of Cups can also be an apology, or they have to, like, do something in a more heartfelt way. The Page of Cups isn't striking me as some sort of, like, negative emotional behavior or immature emotional behavior. So this could be some sort of insight about what somebody or what a group has to do. Page of Wands. It's like, yeah, there's, like, so there's action here. But see, we're getting, like, these pages again. And I forget, I think it was the Page of Swords and the Page of Wands in the last read. There's a lot of, like, if we're talking about something in the hierarchy, it's sort of like this is something that is manifesting in, like, the lower levels, perhaps. But like I said, that doesn't happen without something going on at the higher levels, or something not going on at the higher levels. The Magician, and then so Six of Coins, like, we have to give something. Because the Six of Coins is like that Six of Cups. We have to do something here, we have to give something here, we have to take a particular action. And again, this is like higher to lower. And the Magician, pointing up, pointing down, as above, so below. We have the Five of Coins on this first column. Hanged Man, Page of Cups. And just reflecting on the reads that we've been getting about groups. It seems like there's some sort of, like, conflicts, fights, schisms, people leaving these groups. And so the Five of Coins is sort of like, it's implying, like, we realize something about the people who have left these groups. These could also be people who have been fired, if we're talking about, like, a business. The World, these groups might not be able to do anything right now. Because the Five of Coins in the World is kind of like, the World's not really a negative card, but these are both implying a kind of finality. And it's sort of like, we can't do what we want to do. Or a way that we've been doing something is like closed to us now because we don't have people. It's like, however these groups are running or operating, it's like they're losing people. And this Hanged Man, Page of Cups, Five of Coins could be implying, like, especially with this world, is that they're not going to be able to, like, whatever people aren't with them anymore, they might not be able to reach them. They might not be able to apologize to them. But it's like this final row at the moment, until I see the last card on it, is looking like, well, we want to try and like reach out to somebody, like people, this could essentially be people who we have harmed, or people who we have put out, or people who we have mistreated. And it's just like, I don't know. It's like feeling the energy on it. I don't know that that's like gonna work out here. Because there's something like pompous about it, is what I'm saying. Like, well, I'm on the above and I'm like giving to you, and it's just like, I'm giving you, because this is like, I'm giving you scraps, like I'm giving you my scraps. It's like, oh, well, here you go. And it's sort of like, oh. The thing about it is, I don't know that whoever these people are who would be making the gesture, like, understand that what they're doing would be insulting if it's coming in that energy. They actually might be thinking like, oh, well, like, you know how people get when they think like they're making some kind of like big freaking gesture and it's literally like scrap. It's like, these people will like super appreciate this. Like, there's like this, there's an example I could give about like particular hiring practices that I understand about. And it's just like, there are particular people who will get hired specifically because like the people on the above know that these people are expected to like work really hard for a teeny tiny amount of pay. So if we hire them for our positions over here, which kind of aren't in their original field, but they have the knowledge to be able to do this work, we can give them what they perceive as a significant bump in pay. But what we are actually doing is essentially giving them, like, for their like peers, for their contemporaries in the actual field that they're working, because they have no experience working over here. And because they've never actually like networked or whatever in this particular environment, they don't know how much they actually should be getting paid. And to them, it seems like, oh, well, it's better than I've been doing. So, oh my gosh, this is amazing. And I'm gonna do all this extra work with it. And it's just like, it's like that. It's like that. And then we have the Strength card here. I'm still not getting great energy off of this. It's like, we're gonna fix this, Magician. Like, we're gonna fix this by like, because it's still like in a bubble. Like, we've gotta like, it's like, we've gotta make a little gesture here. We gotta call, like, you know, the plebes are upset. Like, we've gotta calm everybody down. It's just, I don't know. It's just not giving good energy. It's really not. So I guess like I only have questions about that because it seems like something wants to be done here. I just don't know about like how these people or this person is going about it. So let me go ahead and look at this Magician. I will say though that the energy most definitely does feel calmer than it has. Okay, all of these. All right, what wants to be done here? Well, we have the 9 of Coins, the 8 of Coins, the Death, and the Wheel of Fortune. So some type of major change to either a person doing a particular sort of work or a way that work is being done. This could be like people at the higher levels, right? doing a particular sort of work or behaving a particular sort of way that they haven't been. It's sort of like, no, you need to come down from there and you need to get your hands dirty. Like, you need to do something. Because like that 9 of Coins person is in this kind of like walled off little environment, and it's just like, we're not doing this anymore. Yeah, 3 of Swords. So like, this is whatever situation is going, there's something weird or there's something incorrect, there's something imbalanced going on the above that has caused these issues on the below, okay? And so like, they're looking to Death, Wheel of Fortune, do some kind of massive change, big time change here. And I'm just gonna leave it at that because I'm not gonna look at what that is. And so this is the gesture, the 6 of Coins and the Strength. So we'll look at the 6 of Coins, like what kind of gesture is, because this is where I'm just like, yeah, I don't know about this. Okay, so they want to end the fighting. Whatever the 6 of Coins is, it is designed, because I would say I got the 2 of Swords and the 4 of Swords. I was like, something's not happening here. Something's not happening, and it's like, no more fighting. Whatever the action is, it's just like, no more fighting. Stop fighting. Stop. That's what the 6 of Coins is designed to do, like whatever. So let's see what this Strength is. All right, this Strength card is this 8 of Swords. This is almost sort of like somebody like tying people. It's like, it's again with stopping fighting, and there's some sort of like apology here, but it's almost sort of like, I don't know if people like don't want to hear it because they already know. It's just like, we know who y'all, like we know who you are, like we don't want to hear this. But what it came across as is somebody like essentially taking all of the problematic people and not really getting rid of them. It's just like, look, we're gonna tie these people up, we're gonna put them in a closet, and I'm gonna apologize to this person or apologize to these people, and like, y'all are just gonna shut up. Okay, just shut up. Like, that's what it seems like. Like it seems like the initial gesture is just to kind of like, y'all need to shut up, and I'm gonna go apologize to this person, and like, we're gonna like, and y'all just shut up. Like, y'all just behave. Y'all, like, that's what that Strength thing is. So it's sort of like, this is like the tying of like, these people who are causing it, we're gonna tie them up. And we're gonna put them in the closet, okay? And we're gonna put them in like a box or like jail or whatever. It's not real jail, and it's not even spiritual jail. But it's just like, this person's trying to like throw, this is like when like your mom tells you to clean your room, right? Or else like, you know, there's gonna be like a punishment, or like you can't go out. Your friends can't come over, and you don't do it. And then like 5 minutes before she comes up to check on you, you just throw everything into the closet and shove it under the bed, and like you say, like, that's what is going on here. It's just like, there's absolutely no time to make the type of change that whoever this is wants to make, like within the time frame. So what they're trying to do is like, on the front end, throw everything, like get everything into the closet, push everything under the bed, and let's like just try and see if we can like get some of these people back or whatever. And then like, that's the part where I'm just sort of like, because that is also a strategy, and that's also how toxic, unhealthy, or like at the worst, like very, very abusive relationships work, is that you're returning to like the I treat you well phase or the love bombing phase, right? They initially get you in that way, then they do the mistreatment that's going to be on a spectrum, and then they will like, if you try to leave or something, or you start getting like upset or whatever, you start having a reaction to the negative thing, then they go, oh, you know, I swear, like, I'll change and like blah, and like they go through a little period where they're doing like maybe okay, and then it just goes over again. And so that's why I'm kind of looking at this, because I mean, it doesn't have to go that way, but look, on the strength card we have one here, a cycle. This is a cycle. And so I'm just like, can people break cycles? Yes, they can. In my experience, a lot of that tends to come with other people. If it happens at all, like the person will change after they have been actually left, like, and complete like no contact. It doesn't happen, like you like actually can't, it's so weird, you can't actually talk to people, you can't explain, you can't like try and work things out, like in my experience anyway, over the years that I have attempted to do when I was much younger, unhealthy conflict, where like, oh, I was messed up too, girl, not gender girl. But then moving forward into my later 20s and like actual adulthood, getting a lot better, like, you know, going through my own like long-term therapeutic process and everything else, getting a lot better at navigating that in person with people who are willing, like, because the other parties have to be willing too, yeah, and a lot of people really aren't, because it's easier to do it. Easier is what I'm saying. It's everything that I'm talking about requires a certain tolerance for discomfort and self-reflection, and just like a lot of people don't want to do that, right? Even if you're willing to do it. And so what I have noticed in sort of anything, in one-on-one relationship, like romantic relationships, friendships, familial stuff, and also like, it'll be like, I'll just call it all like business or like corporate or whatever. Even if it's something that's more like a social group, that's not really like your friend, like, you know what I mean? It's not really your friends, but it's like a social, so something like RWA, Romance Writers Association, that's like not a, I mean, it is a corporation, I guess, but it's like if you're participating in it, it is a social group, but they're not necessarily like your friends, like they can be, but you know what I mean? Things like that. When there is a significant problem going on in the group, and you try to address it because maybe you think that nobody knows, everybody knows. Like literally, everybody knows, just like, I don't understand what what these farces are. Everybody knows who the problem is. If it's, it's never truly one person, it is the system that is also like keeping that person where they are. And it doesn't matter how small that system is, there is a system, there is a group, okay? And everybody knows that that person is the problem. Everybody knows when it's not just one person, when it's kind of a happening, an occurrence going on, they know what it is. They have been told over and over and over again. They have had the examples from the person who is the problem over and over and over again. If you try to point it out, the role that you are going to get in that group is, oh, this is the person who is going to defend us from this thing. Not, we are going to remove this thing or we are going to correct this thing. Here is the person who is now our barrier between the problem and us. But we're going to keep the problem here. We're not actually going to solve that problem. And so then if you're not like frosty on that, you're going to feel like you're doing something good, or you're actually like facilitating something like within the group. You're not. It's enabling. You just leave the group. And I will tell you this, that like the groups that actually change, they are, in my experience, that is also outlier stuff. I can give you more examples of like, you're going to continue to look, because they always have some kind of like, there's like a core group of like ride or dies for these things that like, they are the ones propping the whole thing up for whatever reason, and they're like never gonna leave. And as long as the group just has these never gonna leave type of people, it's sort of like the group might slowly die or whatever, but it's not gonna change. I'm trying to think of an example where somebody like actually changed. Like, usually they just move on to other people who don't know them, or they like add people, because I'm saying like something kind of changed in one of the work environments that I'm in, kind of, but again, it's like not really. So I'm just like, I have, for all my talking about this, I have never in person actually seen it like work out, like truly, at least not yet, because I don't know why people prefer dysfunction, but like they do. But like that's the reason why they won't remove the person, like when it's one person who's like abusive or whatever, okay, and the reason why they're not going to remove that person is because they actually, and they'll deny, like these people, like you can never like talk to another person about this, because they're like, what? No, not us, we're the good people. And that's why the victimization thing is just like, oof, get out of it. They want that person there. They want, like on some level, they want the dynamics that are playing out to play out. They want it, because when you have someone who is so bad in an environment, then that's the bad person. So as long as we can concretely point to that is the bad person and they are doing the bad thing, then I am not the bad person. I am the good person. When it's all shit, right? Like, because when you're looking at it, it's like, no, you are in fact also doing the thing. You're doing the thing. And so, but like people can't, like they just go into like these like dissociative fugue states. When you're trying to explain culpability within a system to someone who really has no kind of framework for what you're talking about, because it also implicates them. That's what people do. Like, they absolutely do not want to be implicated, even in a very, very minor way. And so when you start doing that to somebody, it's just like, they're gonna do that thing where it's just like, well, you're telling me that I'm a bad person, and then they're gonna like react on you and like start saying, like they're gonna do that thing where they go like, well, such and such said that I was a bad person, and I know that I'm like a good parent, and I do charity work, and so like I can't, they are just hysterical and weird trying to tell me that I am bad. And it's just like, so anyway, that's why these things tend to not change. And also typically the when it's a higher and lower type of thing, the people at the top do have more systemic power. They have more social capital generally, and they can have more capital, more money. And so even if they know, in fact, that they are doing something wrong, they can pay people off. You can just know, like if somebody does something wrong to you and they have like a whole bunch of money, if you attempt, and let's say you even have like proof, girl, non-gender girl, you have proof, you have evidence, you have witnesses, you have videotape, they can just stall it out in court with all of the money and everything that they have access to and just go, it wasn't me. It wasn't me, but you caught me on the camera. It wasn't me. And because they have the money and the resources to manipulate that system with much better attorneys and whatever else, your proof, like what justice, like what reality? What is reality? Come on, that's AI. That video, you can tell that is AI. That was generated. That like they're just trying to come. They're gang stalking me. What are you going to do about that? Besides, do your best not to participate. And try and maybe create something better yourself, but I don't know. So I'm gonna go another row on this and see if we can't, like, because I don't think that What I'm getting about this, what it feels like, is someone's trying to be very genuine, but they don't have the time to do something the appropriate way. But I don't know if they'll use that as an excuse on the back end. You know what I mean? Like, we're going to get this person or these people back, and then we're just going to go, we're going to be right back on our bullshit. Like, that's what I'm talking about. High Priestess on this Eight of Swords, something being kept secret or like hidden. King of Cups. Okay, so there's like, I know the High Priestess is a person, but that's the first time that I'm seeing someone, like the person, because I'm getting, there's like a person. And yesterday they were being represented by the devil. Right now we have the King of Cups on this Ace of Cups. So we have a representative here. A representative from this group making this offer, but there's something being kept secret. That could be the people that they've put in the closet. They're just like, get in there, like, don't, shut the hell up. Five of Swords, Justice. Okay, so here's the thing. What this would look like, I need to look at what this secret thing is, because it's sort of like over here we have somebody wanting to make apologies or something like that, or like, oh, things are going to be better. We have brought these people to justice. We are going to bring this situation to justice, but then I got this right here that I don't like. And the reason why I don't like it is because I don't actually know what this person's motives truly are. Because it could just be to put the Band-Aids don't fix bullet holes. Band-Aids don't fix bullet holes. You say sorry just for show. When you live like that, you live with ghosts. Okay? Like, we got, this is all, there's like the title of the video. Bad Blood. Now we got Bad Blood. It used to be Mad Love. But yes, that is true. Taylor Swift, the Book of Swift. Band-Aids don't fix bullet holes. You say sorry just for show. Okay, and that's what I'm wondering here. Like, is like we're trying to put a Band-Aid on a bullet hole. And what I'm saying is this is like a diseased, gangrenous, like decade-old bullet hole. Ew. All right, we're trying to see what's hidden here. Sometimes it won't tell me, girl, but I feel like this is for justice and righteousness. They're gonna show me, girl. I'm gonna get it. The angels are gonna expose these people. All right. They are hiding. This person, this King of Cups, whoever they are, what they are hiding, if I'm not speaking to who the King of Cups is, right? If you're the person who would be being approached, they are hiding your value. Or at least they're not telling you how they perceive you or what they think of you. Because you would be someone who is small, who is not on the above. You would probably be on the below, right? Because like I'm saying, there's someone on the above who is coming to someone who's on the below. However, this person who is on the above is looking at the person on the below as the Emperor's star. They are not looking at that person like they are on the below. So we have somebody who's like, this is weird. Oh my God, this is, well, it's actually interesting and it makes sense magically to me. Who we have on the above, the injustice that's going on here is that on the below, we have the Emperor's star. That's who's currently on the below. Who we have on the above is the Five of Swords, Five of Wands. We have a King of Cups here. We saw a whole bunch of pages. That's who's on the above, like in the material world. That's out of order. No. I understand that like there is material wealth, but you're actually energetically and spiritually out of order. You cannot have the Empress star, Emperor star on the lower, that's a high, like no, that's the higher level person. So if you have that on the below and you have the BS on the above, it's like you have no choice but to have weird stuff going on in your group. And that tends to be how it works on like the material plane, right? It's sort of like a very bizarre inversion where it's actually the last who is the first, right? and the first who is the last. It's all very, very weird, and like fair is foul and foul is fair. So when you hear as above, so below, it's not that it's not true, but you've got to like be thinking about it in a certain way. It's not just like, oh, well, it's automatically replicated like in the exact, like that's those like immutable spiritual laws type of thing, when it's just like, oh, really guidelines and it's okay. But most people are never ever going to violate them. So I get why people are calling them laws, and it's not true. It's not true. So anyway, I don't know why this person, because the King of Cups, who is showing as this Hermit, is aware. They're aware of this person. Why are they not saying anything? Why are they not saying anything? That's interesting. 5 of Cups, sad. Oh, so sad. It's a sad, sad situation. Why can't we talk it over? What do I gotta do? What do I gotta do? Sorry seems to be the hardest word. Why this person is not saying anything? They're like sad. They were sad. They're sad and they're looking and they're figuring something out. 5 of Cups, 2 of Wands, 2 of Coins. I'm sad and I'm looking over here. What do I gotta do? Why is this person sad? I mean, I'm guessing because like the Empress left, so they're gonna be sad. They're sad about these other people. There's like other people, like I was about to say the other people ruined some stuff, and I saw the tower. I was like, you people get in the closet, like shut up. Like I gotta go and find this like Emperor star person and bring them back because y'all are all trash. But yeah, this person, I don't know why they're hiding it. Because that strikes me as like kind of malicious. Somebody who's not telling you they can see your value. I mean, maybe y'all can see your own value, but like that's kind of a weird like tactic to me. When someone's not admitting like how valuable another person is, that's just like, well, what's up with that? Yeah, they're trying to figure something out. It's sort of like they're not saying something because they are trying to figure something out. It seems like with other people, they are trying to figure out how to negotiate something. And so that's why they haven't said anything yet about that Empress star. It doesn't mean that they won't, but it's almost kind of like they're trying to like, I don't know, they're trying to figure out like, it seems like they're trying to figure out how to get the person back into the group. It's like they're trying to like fix everything within the group and also incorporate this other person. And it's like they're trying to figure out the best way to do that. And so strategically for them, it's sort of like telling this person right now might not be the best strategy for the overall like group. It doesn't really feel bad to me, but like what's making me back up is that it does feel like calculated. You know what I mean? And so I'm just like, or you could just be straightforward, or you could do that. But the thing is, like, I don't know what's going on here, and being just being straightforward like that, like just like taking the most direct path it's what I prefer to do, but like a lot of the times it's really not the best idea. And I do mean for like the greater good or like someone's healing or whatever. It's like you can't, like, even just telling somebody like the truth about the situation. I'm telling you, I've tried to do it and it's just sort of like people just don't want to hear. They're not ready to hear it. That's like the biggest deal is for, like, you have to respect, if you really want someone's like healing or you want something to be better for a community or whatever, And I was also thinking about this the other day because I was in a situation where I was just like, back in the day, I would have just popped off on these people. I would have been so mad. I would have been like, blah, 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 and y'all are this and y'all are that. And I would have been well within my right to do it. And it would have been true, okay? And it doesn't do anything. Like, it doesn't do anything. And so, like, what's wild is it's sort of like to affect any sort of change with someone who is pretty much diametrically opposed to you. And you can only do this with people who are in good faith, with people who are actually, like, ignorant of something and, like, not trying to facilitate an agenda or anything. If you've got someone like that, just forget it, all right? Just leave them alone. Just ignore them. But most people are, for the most part, ignorant. They don't know. And they also don't understand how certain things apply to them. Like, people don't understand interconnectivity and interdependence, like, at all. You just can't get, like, I'm saying you can't get mad at. Like, you can have whatever emotions you want, but, like, the only way that I have ever made even, like, the tiniest, like, increment, like, the tiniest iota of maybe somebody thinking differently is I've just sat there and let them spew whatever. And I'm just like, oh, like, I completely understand your confusion. I completely understand why you would be frustrated with that. If you're open, like, I can explain certain things if you really don't understand. So I don't know, like, I'm just gonna sit here, like, obviously I'm gonna do more than sit here, but I only have so much money and so much material power myself. I don't know what we're gonna do. I don't know what we're gonna do. However, I'm being told that the mega happy, like, this is still a thing. The mega, like, we're not even a little bit off on the mega happy timeline. But like I said, that's because people are currently playing their true parts right now. And so whatever I'm doing, as long as I'm getting the mega happy timeline is still a thing, I'm going full course ahead. I'm going full course ahead. If this is at all helping, I will continue, even though I have a migraine. So anyway, this King of Cups, it seems like this person has made some sort of, like, it seems like the judgment call that this King of Cups has made, right? Judgment, Page of Swords, Six of Swords, is that it's like, it sort of seems like I get why people are leaving, or I get why this person has left. It's like, it's sort of like they don't see anything, like, wrong with what has occurred. Like, they don't like it, but they don't see it as, like, this person who has left is, like, has left for an incorrect reason, or they're being over dramatic or anything like that. That's not the judgment call here. Whoever the King of Cups is, they're seeing that what has gone down is actually correct. What I'm saying is, like, fair. This is the proper order. Judgment, the devil, like, they know, I'm telling you, whoever that King of Cups is, they know why this is going on. They know why this is happening. Page of Swords, and they're like, they even have, like, to me, I just feel like what I feel from this person, whoever they are, this representative, is that they are kind of resentful of, like, their own group. Like, that's why they're throwing everybody in the closet. They're like, y'all just need to shut up. Like this is why we can't have nice things. Taylor Swift in force today, in my mind. And it's sort of like, I don't know, this person might leave the group. They might leave. And this is like a higher level person. But this is the person who is coming towards the other, right? It might just be representing that, but they're just like, you know what? I might leave. Oh, fuck it. I might leave too. The hell with this. This person has the right idea. Maybe we can go make a new group. I think, though, that that's going to be a last resort. But whoever this person is, they would rather throw their lot in with the Empress star or Emperor star than with this group. But they're going to try and, like, they're going to try and see if they can't work it all out. But, like, I'm telling you, this person is just sort of like, we can just go start another group. Oh, stress. They're stressed out. Or they're thinking about this a lot. Yeah. They're thinking about it a lot. This person is just stressed out. They're like, This is the same person. Yes, the King of Pentacles, King of Swords. So this is a thought. They're thinking about this. Love what I was saying. This is a high-level person, King of Pentacles. They're thinking about this a lot. Like, look, Seven of Cups under the deck. Thinking about it. And there's something, like, this was coming out in the other read. It's like they're going to do something, but it's like they don't, like, there's like a secret aspect on this, because I'm saying, they don't want any interference on whatever they're initially going to do or say to whoever the other person is. And so they're just like, everybody leave. Like, I don't want them to know I'm talking to this person even. So we're going to get the final advice outcome. Because it seems like most of the drama is over. At least for now. And we're sort of like in this calm period before, like, if like you're gonna manifest contact, because like I said, sometimes like this stuff can just work itself out in the energy and like all parties can just like move on. Some people will have manifestations, some won't. Oh, there's the offer. Yeah, like for this, it seems like whoever I'm talking about, who's ever moving towards another person, Four of Cups, Six of Cups, the Sun, something is going to be made clear to the person who left. That Empress star person, Emperor star person, that person is just gonna pop up, it seems like. Maybe when you're focused on other things, or you just don't feel good, like whoever this below person is, because this is the Empress star right here. Even though this person's up here, this is the Empress, right? You're like, hello. The Four of Cups is essentially somebody from a group that you're already disenchanted with. This Three of Cups, the Three of Cups people, these partiers, these silly people who you are already disenchanted with, somebody from this fold, from these cups, is going to pop up. You're already disenchanted with the situation. However, whoever is popping up wants to make something clear to you. And I mean, this is the final advice outcome. So I'm talking probably to whoever that yin position person is. Yes, then and like the Page of Cups, Page of Coins on this Four of Cups, probably something in real life, a small gesture. I mean, that could be some sort of like form of contact, right? I don't know if this, I mean, if you know, if these people know where you live, I'm guessing they could like, it wouldn't be a stretch for someone to pop up on you, or like if you attend the same social events. Ten of Swords. On this Six of Cups, this person has something to say. Like, essentially what this person is going to say is kind of like you, like this thing that you said, or this thing that you left over, like that's the truth. Like you did the right thing, like you did the truthful thing, or you said the truthful thing, or you did the truthful thing, you were on, like this is real. Like essentially, like this person isn't going to try and gaslight you. And I mean, with the Sun there, that would be the case. Like this person isn't coming in to like obfuscate or whatever. The Sun, the chat, like, and I don't know if something, the Emperor at the bottom of the deck, I don't know that like something really went wrong after you left, or after, it just seems like things are in disarray. I don't know about for y'all, but it just seems like that might be what you don't know, like your value to the group in that you leaving like caused something to go into disarray. So it could be that that is in fact what is talked about. And this person would likely, I would guess, say like, hey, you know, would you please come back? Because obviously they don't want the disarray going on, but they're not going to try and like, I don't see them being weird here. Okay. Well, the Hierophant, the group, girl, the upper orders of the group, disarray. They are flung from their lofty little positions, okay? And it is something that y'all did, good for y'all. Look, Three of Cups at the bottom of the deck, these people. all burdened as hell, not like just burdened, girl. Burdened. Rightfully so. From what I've been, especially these demonic AI people, just like, let's not bring it up because I feel like we're in the clear from like the weird energy. Yeah, whoever this person is, I'm telling you, whoever this person is who is on the higher level, this person is also like kind of ready to leave. And that also might be something that has this group in disarray, that like there's something about a higher level person like leaving. Like someone that they didn't think would leave, that like potentially will leave if like y'all decide that y'all aren't coming back. Like based on this, like this person is kind of like, okay, because it's like Hierophant, 8 of Cups, Temperance. It's like right now this person would be under a higher authority, a higher directive to come and talk to you, but also like I'm leaving this to come talk to this other person, the angels and God or whatever has told me. But this would also be, if this person does not come back, I am going to go with them potentially. And losing that person is really going to jack that group up, because that's somebody who like has money and authority and whatever else. That's like this smaller, and that's so interesting that we have like a little below person and an above person, as if I was like, we're both leaving, or like, no. Like, so the above person who is more in line, they think you're being truthful with what's going on here, and this thing should have been said, they're going to follow you out. And maybe y'all will create your own group. I don't know, but that's for an entirely other read.